in Nigeria today. But let us start with the latest call for Oduduwa Nation. What is Afenifere's position on this?
Well, the Oduduwa Nation is the pressure from the youth, and it's very, very strong. We as leaders, as Afenifere, and the temperate members of society, we don't believe in separation. Our problem is with this constitution. And that is why we are pressing the government to restructure the country back to federalism as we had it at independence. A lot of the problem arising right now are the contents in the imposed fraudulent constitution. I said fraudulent. We didn't make this constitution. That's the fundamental thing that must be established. At independence, it was federal. And I often repeat it to Buhari that the constitution, Saldana, Awolowo, Azikwe, Balewa, Nnamdi Kanu agreed to at independence is a federal constitution with autonomy in the federating states. I said it because I didn't read it. I was part of the evolution. The depth of independence was such that, well, we settled the question of revenue allocation, which is now the resource control, causing trouble in South-South. Where they take under that constitution. And this is very important, because when I said the thing is fraudulent, we didn't make it. Fraudulent in the sense that the creation of local government in the states now, whereby they have more local government in the north than in the south. What is the criteria? It was arbitrary. It's very important, arbitrary. Creation of states, what the yardstick, what the measurement, arbitrary. And they now say under this present of Brochure's constitution, that the number of our revenue now will be distributed according to the number of local government. You see the fraud? They deliberately made local government more in their area, and then they create obnoxious conditions. They now say part of the condition for distribution, part of the staff was landmass, whether productive or productive, and you know the desert area will be part of the consideration for distributing the revenue. The revenue they don't contribute to. The revenue they contribute little or nothing under this constitution. Because when I often made the question that this is a fraudulent constitution, people don't know. One, the preamble says, we, the people of the Federal Republic, who are we? We didn't make it. It's Absalam and some military stuff that made it. And they loaded it against the South. We, the people of the Federal Republic, are we federal? So when I say fraudulent, obnoxious, dishonest, those are the contents of the from the fraud. I just don't make use of it. It's not just preemptory assertion.
So, in a nutshell, Afenifere is not in support for this call.
We don't want it, but the pressure is so much by the youth that we are tempering them that no. If the people will agree, we don't want to break. We have lived so much together that, and as I will say, I have invested in one Nigeria than Buhari himself. When we say the Fulani herdsmen should go, they change the narrative. They say all the Fulani should leave us. That's not fair. We are speaking about the Fulani we say should go. Those are the people maiming, raping, abducting, destroying our farms. Say they should go. They forget that Dangote was the highest investment in the world is in the western region. It's in Yoruba land. We have not asked Dangote to go. And when they want to be mischievous, they say, well, your people should go. How many Igbos are raping the people in the north? How many Yorubas are murdering them? How many Ijos are kidnapping? We are not fools. Nobody should draw any wool across our eyes. Those things are not comparable at all. We are specific about those criminals among the Fulani who should go. And we have not heard Buhari coming out now to denounce these criminal Fulanis. The body language of Buhari, get me clear. The body language of Buhari supports all the criminal activities of this Fulani. Why can't he come out and say, well, you criminal elements, don't spoil our IT group. Stop all this nonsense.
What do you think is the solution? The solution to the issue of herdsmen crisis threatening the unity of the country that you want to restructure? What do you think the solution
is? The only answer. It is the only answer. Restructuring is not a new name, it's not a new philosophy. Restructuring only says, send us back to the independence constitution, where we are autonomous. The question of local government police, state police are all embedded in that constitution. The question of each state manages its own economy is in that constitution. All the problem we are having now is in this fraudulent constitution imposed on us by the Fulani military. We have said it, they have not denied it. It was Absalom who did it. We don't know about it. And if the man is honest, I repeat, if Buhari is honest about keeping this country together, why is he hesitant? If he's not hesitant, when has he come to address the nation? Oh, there's no fear about this. We don't need to oppress you for this. He has not uttered a word. He just said, carry on. That's not democratic. That is not a listening president. That is not the president that put them together.
You've been very consistent about it.
Yes.
And I remember the call was also loud during the presidency of Goodluck Jonathan. Now we have President Muhammadu Buhari. Do you think there's any hope that your call will be heard by any president?
It is the only thing, my dear. It is the only thing that can keep this country together.
But do you see it happening?
In the absence of it, Buhari will keep this country together by force. He will not get it in peace. I'm saying openly. The only thing to keep this country together is to restructure the country back to federalism. In the absence of that, restructuring or separation. There's no missing words.
Restructuring
or separation.
So,
if you restructure today, we will silence Nnamdi Kanu, we will silence Udurua, we will silence Igboho.
Okay, so
our boys who are clamoring Igboho and others,
yes,
they are right as a result of the federal government not taking action on our oppression. That is what you should note. Igboho shouldn't come in at all. If you had the Fulani men who are killing and raping in the area, they have been arrested and dealt with. It wouldn't arise. And that is why it's gaining popularity in the country against us. But for the respect for the help for people like me now, we are not popular for restructuring. I'm telling you openly.
Have you met Sunday Igboho himself? I mean, as a leader.
Yes, I know him.
Have you met him since this whole thing started?
I'm assuring you, if today Buhari restructure the country, Igboho will be silenced.
Which brings me back to the question of, have you met Sunday Igboho himself?
I have met him.
Okay, so I'm asking this because you're saying
I've met him.
Yeah, you're saying categorically now that if we have restructuring in Nigeria today, Sunday Igboho calls for secession will stop. Has it told you this?
Don't ask me that. I know what the agitation is. They are not just that. I said they are not like Boko Haram. If you know Boko Haram, what do I say? What are they fighting? No. I am telling you what they stand for. I am telling you they are reflecting the use of the country who are suffering under this obnoxious constitution. But for the fact that this constitution is there and Buhari is a Fulani, they wouldn't be killing them that there will be no arrest. It is because these Fulani people nothing will happen to them. That is why they are raping, kidnapping, in opening. So they say that they are now attacking the governor of a state. Should be blind to that. That is you don't need crystal ball to know about that.
What you're saying in essence is that if restructuring happened in Nigeria today, the likes of Sunday Igboho, Nnamdi Kanu, and the rest of them.
That is my stand. Quote me. If Buhari is gracious enough, honest enough, patriotic enough to restructure the country to federalism, Igboho, Nnamdi Kanu, Igboho, and all separatist movement will be silenced forever.
So does he have any fair race go ahead?
No, my dear, don't make that question. Okay. Fair represent the people. The complaint Igboho is making is what you should refute. He said they killed the PhD man who has come from abroad to establish big farm where 500 people were employed. They kill him, no arrest. They abduct the wife of the Anoba, they kill him, no arrest. They destroy the farm of the man, no action. That is why the people now realize they lack the constitutional duty of Buhari that was absent to protect their property. The constitutional duty of the state government who have not been equipped to stop this gave rise to constitutional rights to go for self-defense. Get my argument? If all the Igboho is complaining about has been addressed by the constitutional authority, it will not arise. That is what you refute.
It's still on herdsmen crisis. The president recently said anyone caught carrying AK-47 illegally should be shot on sight. Do you think it's a good idea?
I don't believe in it. That's not democratic.
You don't believe in it, or it's not a good idea?
Let us sit be critical. Just trying to it pay up to the gallery. People don't say that. When does he wake up? For the past 5 years, these people have been carrying arms. For the past 5 years, we have been shouting, make carrying of arms illegal by those who have no license. This is not the first time. Go to the record. All the people who have been talking, since they have been talking about it, if you don't support these people in the first place, ban their carrying AK-47.
It's still about this AK-47.
Yes.
A lot of people think it will actually deter troublemakers. That it will deter troublemakers if they are shot on sight carrying AK-47 illegally, as directed by the president. Say, if you see anyone,
no, but my dear,
do you think it will deter the troublemakers?
That is the latest thing you want to cover. I'm not carried away by it.
So you don't think it's a good call?
No. Just pay up to the area. When did he arrive at that? It has been happening since 5 years. Has it just happened?
I mean, a lot of people will say, "Oh, he has just woken up to it. It's just saying it."
After the harvest has been done, it's crocodile tears. It's a good thing that started, but there's a danger there. Why I say I don't believe in it? Why don't they arrest anybody? They will be arresting people like myself and shooting me, the dead man doesn't talk. And then they say that I was carrying arms. I won't be alive to say I didn't carry arms. There is no democratic society where such a law is passed.
So you
shoot aside, subject to a lot of abuse.
A lot of people will say you are very critical of President Muhammad.
Yeah.
That you are very critical of President Muhammadu Buhari.
Why?
Yes.
I've said that. I'm critical. I'm critical. There's no hiding it. And I've told you why. Just tell me I have no reason to be critical on that basis. And I've told you I don't hate him. And I've told you I've supported him before. Those are grounds to show you that, you know,
what changed? What changed? You supported him in 2007. What changed? What changed?
He has not done restructuring. That is the thing.
The only thing he has not done well is not restructuring.
His government that he wants to impose a constitution we don't have in. This is clear. I've always repeated it. Even when they wanted to vote for him in 2015, and I asked the people of the West, don't vote for this man. People say, I don't. I said, if he says he's going to do federalism today, he'll be my candidate. I said it openly. It's on principle.
So has he done anything right since he became president?
Because, my dear, don't confuse the issue. Don't confuse the issue. We are tolerating whatever he's doing since he became the president. He's ruling me unwillingly. He's ruling me by force. That's the fundamental thing.
Many people will argue that there's a lot of divisions in the southwest region of Nigeria, that the leaders are not putting up a strong position.
My dear.
What would you make of this?
My dear, those are all side talk. There's a division on restructuring, and I said, anybody who doesn't want restructuring, let them come out. We may differ on local politics, and that is normal in a democracy. Even in Great Britain now, when they say we want to get out of when we are talking of Brexit, don't you know they won by a narrow majority? That's democracy. Those who are supporting this government now are those who are satisfied with the crumbs from the table. Those who are satisfied with the crumbs from the table. And I often say clearly, all those members of the APC who claim to be extract from our own party, that's why I say they have betrayed the people of Yoruba land. Because it's not under the basis by which they were elected, they are now acting. Why can't they talk now openly? But they tell you we want it, but you can't talk openly. We are not coming for separation. We don't want separation. We want to be divided. But we won't stay in Nigeria under this constitution. Is that clear? We don't want separation. But we won't stay in Nigeria under this constitution. Emphasis, under this constitution. So if you want us to stay, give us the constitution acceptable to all of us. Simple. And the question you ask them, why don't you do that? Anybody who's opposed to that, ask them why. Ask Buhari. That's the question. When you know the solution to peace, or you have any alternative, tell us. Except what not to, you either say, yeah, as I often say, the